Our next guest is with a company that provides wireless sensor systems that detect things like water leaks and monitors temperature. I can already see how this can be handy for a whole lot of folks. The CEO and founder of Snupi Technologies, and I'm assuming that's how you pronounce it, Snupi, just like it looks, is Jeremy Jaech. Jeremy, welcome into Tomorrow. How you doing, sir?
I'm doing very well, thanks.
Good. Let's talk about what your devices can do. We already said that detecting water leaks, monitoring temperature in the house, that can be very critical, whether it's summer or winter or any time of the year when you've got some issues you need to be aware of.
That's right. Well, we picked that application because it's actually the most common insurance claim that's paid out in the country. About 20 to 25% of all insurance claims paid by home insurance policies are for water, freezing, and mold.
Oh, wow.
So that's what we went after. But what we did that's different than most other sensors are we created it on a technology that allows us to have our sensors run for 10 or more years without a battery change. So that's pretty important.
How on earth do you do that?
Well,
that's pretty impressive.
Yeah, the secret is in the acronym for the company name, Snupi, which stands for Sensor Network Utilizing Powerline Infrastructure. We actually use
I'm glad you call it Snoopy instead of all that long name.
Well, we call it Snoopy unless Peanuts LLC calls, in which case we're answering the phone Snuppy. But
gotcha. Or just stretch the U.
Snoopy, yes.
I love it.
Yeah. No, but so the way we do it is we actually turn all the electrical wiring in a building, in a home, into our antenna. So when you plug our receiver in, you're not only powering the receiver, you're also coupling all the electrical wiring in the house as its antenna. So that means that these little sensors don't have to transmit very far. They're only going a few feet to hit the nearest wire, so that we can turn the power down on the transmitter, which means we get way longer battery life.
So this is the little sensor. It says Wally on it.
Yes.
And how clever. And now this detects which type of problem. Oh, there's little flashing LEDs. I pushed the Wally button.
A button.
I hope I didn't call the insurance company.
No, it's trying to find a hub to pair with. That's how you pair it.
Okay.
It's a one-button push to pair it to your system.
It's like, for those listening on the radio and not yet seeing the video, it's kind of like a half a hockey puck.
Yes.
Or three-quarters of one, maybe.
Yeah, like a little clam.
Yeah, and very thin.
Mm-hmm.
So what would you then do with this?
Well, so you would slide it into places where you're likely to have a leak, and that tends to be where you have water-using appliances, kitchen sink, dishwasher, washing machine, refrigerator, because you got an ice maker, water heater, those sorts of places.
So you just actually, once you sink it and tie it in, you just slide it nearby these devices that may, in fact, at some point leak, and you'll know.
Right, and you don't worry about it for 10 years.
Nice.
Yeah.
That is very innovative and cool technology. Mm-hmm. So then, now, do you when you sync it, do you identify where it is?
Yeah.
So you can then say refrigerator, whatever the case.
That's right. So when you go through our setup process, we tell you plug your hub in. Okay, we found your hub. Then we tell you push a button on a sensor. We say, okay, now where are you going to put it? And you pick where you're going to put it, and then you put it, and you're done. That's it. You can set up a house, set of the, six of these in 15 minutes.
Oh, I would think. Quick. Yeah. No, that's awesome. Yeah. Are these available now?
Yes, they are. We sell them direct from wallyhome.com, and we also sell them on Amazon.
And how much is a system?
So what we think of as a starter kit, which is a hub and 6 sensors, is $299.
Wow, that's pretty good. And for that kind of peace of mind, for under $300, you're not going to hopefully have to worry about something getting out of hand. Now, certainly a vacation home or something like that, critical.
Yep,
but I think even everyday use, I mean, something's going to happen. It's probably going to happen when you're not home. Unless, like me, years ago, you back into your water heater in your garage.
And you knew it right away.
You pretty much knew I had a problem. And then you at least are there to turn everything off. Once you've gotten over the stunningness of it all.
Yeah.
It's like, did I do that? Years ago, I was young.
Yeah. Maybe drunk.
Maybe. Back when I had a garage, even. Yeah. But the point is, these kinds of things can happen at any time.
That's right.
Overnight or something, and you would want to know.
Yeah.
So how would it then alert me?
So it'll go to your phone. It'll give you can set it up to either take email or text messages or a push notification to an app running on your phone.
I would say you'd probably want that for a water leak, something that important. You won't want to say, oh, I'll get around to email in a couple of days.
Yeah,
so,
that's right. Yeah.
But you would want some sort of push notification that danger, there's a problem.
Yeah. And you can set up however many people you want to get that notification. And so everybody gets the alert, and then whoever acknowledges it tells everybody else, okay, Dave's going to take care of it. And then if an hour later you haven't, then we alert everybody again.
Yeah.
So,
then get a hold of somebody else. Yeah. Dave's out on a cruise and didn't get
he
the
said
alert.
he was going to do it, but he didn't.
Right. He's so lazy. Yeah. Now, tell me also about monitoring temperature. These are different monitoring systems?
Well, all 3 sensor types are in this sensor. Oh. So this little... for the people on the radio, it
almost looks like a little speaker grill, if you will. A little tiny thing about the size of my little fingernail. Yeah. Give you an idea.
And that's how we get temperature and humidity sensor readings.
Okay.
So that's important because if you're trying to determine if mold is likely to grow in a house, you need to have temperature, humidity, time, and make some assumptions about the surface. So we need those readings. Mm-hmm. Also, if you want to be alerted if the temperature goes below a certain temperature range or above a temperature range, or if your humidity goes below or above a range, we need to have that information too. And we're using it in a new way that we just announced today, which is as part of the Works with Nest program, where you can use the temperature readings on our sensors to drive your Nest thermostat.
Oh, that can be very handy.
Well,
so as things adjust accordingly, and you don't want it to ever get, above 81 degrees or something, it'll kick in your air conditioning system and cool the house down, right?
Yes. It'll also let you optimize the temperature for a particular room at a particular time of day. So if you really want your bedroom at 72 degrees at night, but in the morning you want your kitchen at 72, and you can basically use our sensors to tell the Nest thermostat how to adjust to get the temperature that you want in the room you want when you want it.
Wow, very cool.
Yeah.
I can see we're going to have to test this system one day. Fortunately, I don't have a water heater to back into now. I use a tankless heater. Perhaps that's the reason. Yeah. But we'll have to simulate something and then just see how it all works so we can show our audience how it all works.
Yes.
But in the meantime, I'll bet if we visit your website, Wally Home, WALLY Home.com, you'll probably show us as well.
Yeah, there's videos.
All right, terrific. Well, Jeremy, thanks for spending a few minutes with us, and keep making cool products.
Thank you.
Our pleasure. We're back with more as Into Tomorrow continues, but know that you can swing by wallyhome.com and intotomorrow.com. We'll link you to Jeremy's site. Back with more from New York, I'm Dave Graveline on the Advanced Media Network.